Welcome back to the One Step Journey podcast, season 3, episode 9.
Episode 9.
Thank you guys, as always, for tuning back in with us here today, taking another step on your journey, our journey, whatever journey in life you are on. We are so proud of you, and keep showing up for yourself.
Keep showing up.
Because no one else is going to do it except for you.
We are here. We got to start the episode out with a shout out, Tina, for fixing the technical difficulties.
Yes.
This is the third attempt.
Thank you, Tina.
iPad. We are here. We are back.
Yep.
We have a good one.
We have a fantastic one here today, and let's not overshadow this, dude. If you actually minus the wind, it's a nice day out today.
It is.
It's about 42, 43 degrees right now.
Is it? It is 43. Wow.
Warm.
You're not lying.
It is. It's a nice day out there. It feels like a little bit of a spring weather, spring
I know.
tease.
It's 43 degrees. It's 5:30 on a Friday after work, and it's been a long day.
It's been a long day, man. Holy
clocked
cow.
in, we clocked out, and now we're clocked in again.
Let's
right?
go.
We're back and we're at it.
That's how it goes, baby.
Lead us into our topic today.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
It's a good one, but I think before we get into there, we got to talk a little bit about some experiences that
That's what we were saying.
that Kepi had.
Lead into it. I think if they cannot hear it in my voice, then I don't know. Maybe they haven't been listening. But
yeah, maybe not. So we recorded an episode on
Sunday, the 12th.
Sunday when Kepi just got back from the Bahamas.
Yeah,
and a little bit brain fried, right? A little bit fried.
brain fog, brain fart, brain fried, whatever you want to say. Everything was just a little off.
Yeah. And, I think you figured out a little bit why on Sunday night, why that was. You want to share a little bit?
Does the name
listeners?
Didi mean anything to anybody?
Didi.
I'm not really quite sure.
I don't know.
People might be thinking, who is Didi?
I mean, Dexter's Laboratory Didi?
Dexter's Laboratory? I don't know. But it was the girl that was next to me on the plane coming back from the Bahamas, catching a layover, going back to LA, kept complaining about being sick. I think I contracted the norovirus from her. It has been an absolute whirlwind.
Yeah, of a week.
The last 4 or 5 days, literally starting Sunday night, it was absolutely horrendous. Your boy's been down bad.
And he's back.
If you want to follow the journey, go to the YouTube at Just Kefi, right? Follow.
Go follow.
But go follow that and check that out. But seriously, it's been a long week. And long story short, maybe it wasn't even Didi, because I think there was a lot of people that were on the Bahamas trip with Cynosure that got it.
Really?
Maybe
a lot of other
had
people?
it leading up to it, and there's other people that are down under the weather now. I mean, this thing is spreading like wildfire.
Yeah.
And it was definitely one of the worst sicknesses I've had since probably the first or second time I got COVID.
Really?
It was scary.
Wow.
It was scary.
So you were down
I got a fever bad Sunday night, and then I broke the fever. Monday morning, I woke up. I had 2 work calls, like 7:30, 8 a.m. I was like, okay, like that wasn't too bad, right? Started to go about my day, and then all of a sudden the fever came back with a resurgence, hit like 102.3 Monday night. I'm like stumbling around here, splashing water on myself, about to faint, all that kind of stuff.
On? Yeah.
Break the fever, wake up again on Tuesday, do it all over again. Fever gets up to like 101.5. Like
Spikes.
It was a roller coaster literally the last 4 or 5 days, but you know what? We're finally getting back to it. It's been 13 days since I've worked out. I think today is the day.
Wow.
We're getting back in the gym, coming out of retirement.
How excited are you? Let's talk. Let's touch on
I'm
that.
excited, man, to just finally start getting back to some kind of normalcy. It sucks.
Consistency.
I was like out of the country for 3-4 days, and I come back, and it's trying to catch up to everything, and then all of a sudden you get under the weather for 4 or 5 days, and it just completely derails everything.
Jeez. That's hard, man.
Will it stop us? Never.
Never is going to stop. The grind don't stop, dude.
The grind don't stop.
We're back. How
are you feeling?
I'm
Mr. National's getting ready to jump on a flight in the morning.
Yeah, we're going to Florida.
Next to Didi.
Oh my! Dude, imagine how crazy that. Don't say that. Do not put that in the universe, bro. Don't do it.
No, I'm just joking.
Don't do it. But yeah, we're going.
Not next to Didi.
No, we're going to. I'm going to Florida tomorrow with the parents and Drew. I'm going for a quick trip. Nice little getaway.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. We're going to be about 45 minutes west of Tampa, Treasure Island, St. Petersburg area. So it's going to be nice,
Where's
man.
Tom Brady?
Where's TB?
Where's Baker Mayfield?
Where's Baker? Where are the boys at?
Yeah,
right?
no,
Where are the boys?
100%.
But yeah, we're good. I'm just like you. It's been a long week. And,
you feeling good?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm
ready for a break.
I'm ready for a break. Yeah. We had yesterday was a little bit tough too, but we're all good to it.
You guys want to talk about it or what?
We could share a little bit. We don't need to dig a super deep dive, but long story short, I was working from home yesterday. I was in my office. I heard this rattling noise. I was like, what the heck's going on? And something triggered in my head. I got to go check the basement. So I sprint down there, and I thought I was at the Wisconsin Dells water park.
Yeah,
Raging
waves.
Wasn't good. Water was coming through ceilings. in our gym that we just installed, and then on the other side, our ceiling was caving in.
Oh
And
my
we were trying to
goodness,
figure
bro.
out for at least 45 minutes where everything was coming in. We finally found where the spot was, and it was just a whole nightmare. But hopefully insurance will come out, hopefully take care of
it and all
everything.
that.
But
Well,
it's just an unfortunate situation. But luckily, I was home and caught it,
and luckily nobody was hurt or harmed.
yeah, luckily no one was hurt. But yeah, there was a pipe that burst, so it's one of those deals. So it's all good, man.
That is
So
crazy, bro.
yeah, unfortunate timing, but just
Yeah.
like you said, it's not going to stop us. We have to keep going, and
Show must go on, man.
Show
As
must
I kept
go
saying
on.
in my YouTube video,
Yeah.
the show must go on.
exactly, yeah. But no, we're all good, man. We're here after hours, rocking and ripping, and let's just we're
Let's
here.
just do what we got to do.
Do what we got to do.
We got
bro.
a good one for you guys today.
Yeah.
We're obviously talking about health.
Yeah.
And obviously it's something that is extremely prevalent in everybody's lives right now is norovirus is circling and after the holidays and the new year. And it's just that season right now. Everybody's kind of falling under the gun.
Right.
How do you stay healthy?
Ooh.
Right?
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, for me, it's there's a couple principles, right, that I live by. First thing, and sleep.
Sleep is huge.
You got to get sleep. But here's the thing, though. It has to be consistent sleep. You can't be going to bed one day. I mean, you can, but eventually your body will catch up to you, right? If you go to bed at let's say 7:30 one night and you wake up at let's say 5, right? And then the next night you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 6. It's like your body needs to get some sort of routine, rhythm, and pattern down, or else it's gonna respond differently. So sleep is definitely important. Consistent sleep, hydration is key, especially now within the cold months, right?
Yeah.
You have to get the hydration in. And then second is just really, we talk about this a lot, but those clean, whole, organic foods.
What you're putting into your body,
Right.
what you're consuming.
Totally. Well, I think another thing too, you just kind of touched on that, right? Consuming. What are we consuming in our mental gym?
Yeah.
Right? Are we just doom scrolling? Are we, are we focusing on work? Are we trying to solve issues? Like how are we going about this is where I'm getting at, right? So
Yeah.
I think I know for me, those are 4 staples that I try to focus on every day to overcome that.
That's big.
Sure. I mean, there's going to be days where a pipe burst or you get sick, right? It's like,
Yeah.
how do you overcome that type of deal, you know? But I think if you stick to your core principles, sets you up for more of a higher success of not getting as sick, but nothing's guaranteed, man. But I'm gonna flip it back to you, man. What are a couple of things that you do to prioritize?
I would say first and foremost, anytime that I fall under the weather, it doesn't happen extremely often, but when I do, it normally kicks my butt. The first thing I think of whenever I get sick is I'm definitely not sleeping enough. It's normally my body is telling me you're doing way too much.
Totally.
You're not getting enough sleep. Right. You're getting run down, slow down. Right?
Yeah.
I would say just when it comes to overall health with anything in life, you have to be consistent in your routine, just like you said, right?
Totally.
Consistently get a good amount of sleep, consistently get enough food in your body, consistently recover enough, consistently take enough time away outside of work, outside of whatever it is to relax, rest, rejuvenate, Shackley.
Let's go.
The whole 9, right?
Right.
But really the big thing for me that's really helped my overall health and just well-being has been the food. I mean, as you know, with last year, I shed off 35, 40 pounds just by simply changing some of the foods I was consuming.
That's crazy.
I didn't even change anything different with my workout routine. I wasn't living on the Stairmaster or the treadmill. I wasn't running 50 miles a week. It was simply just the food and the portion control. And then the weight just started shedding off.
Yeah.
And that's really one of the most important things that I'm going to continue to be focused on is what I'm consuming.
Yeah.
Shout out to My Own Meals,
Yeah.
right?
Let's go.
Life on the road and all that kind of stuff. We have to be extremely focused on what we're consuming.
100%.
Because as you notice, we've had this conversation so many times, right? And it's like, we don't mean to beat a dead horse, but this is something that's extremely important. Once you start drinking the better water, you start consuming the better foods, you just feel better.
Totally.
Right?
Naturally.
You just feel better.
Yeah. Dude, as you should, right? But it is interesting, though, when you do touch on that, because you yourself, you don't always eat a lot of fast food, do you?
I don't.
No.
The only thing that I will ever eat if it's fast food now is a plain hamburger or a plain double hamburger from Portillo's. It's literally it.
That's it. Yeah.
And I don't even usually eat the buns.
Yeah. Right. You're just having just the protein.
It's just the beef.
Yeah.
Because it's quick. It's convenient.
For sure. Right. But to your point, like focusing on it's boring. Eating can be boring if you want to have a certain physique or feel a certain way. Like that's just the sacrifice, right? So, dude, I totally agree.
100%.
Focusing on that, it's huge. It's huge.
You know, the important thing to really remember is longevity and recovery and overall well-being, right? When you're looking at longevity, long-term health, when you're looking at longevity from an athletic or performance standpoint in the gym or whatever it is, it goes back to what I said a couple minutes ago about consistency.
Yeah.
Especially on the ladder when we're talking about performance training and all that kind of stuff. The sleep, the recovery, all that kind of stuff is even more important because now you're putting your body not only through your 9 to 5, your business, whatever you're doing, but now this rigorous resistance training, cardio training, marathon training, CrossFit training, whatever you're doing, your body needs extra to be able to rest and recuperate.
Right. No, 100%, dude. Well, and 100%. It's, it's like the analogy. We're essentially like a car. We have to fuel our tank from now and then, right? And
you have to.
What kind of fuel are you going to be using? What are you going to be putting in your body?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the big $1 million question.
Yeah.
Right nowadays, are you a medicine guy?
Not really. There are certain supplements I'll take.
Yeah. I'm not talking about supplements like vitamin C and all that shit. I'm talking about like medicine. Like when you get sick, are you reaching for the NyQuil? Are you reaching for the Mucinex? Are you reaching for these over-counter things?
Yeah.
Right? To help you, or are you just kind of just riding it out on the couch?
To be frank with you, 50-50.
Keep it a buck.
Yeah, I'm keeping it a buck, 50-50. Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it depends on how severe and how much I can tolerate that. The older I get, maybe don't use it as much.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, you bet your butt I was grabbing for the
You bet your bottom dollar, my boy was grabbing. He was guzzing that night. He was guzzing that NyQuil.
But I think as I get older, and you learn a little bit more, and we obviously formulate our own opinions and beliefs on modern medicine, et cetera, and what works, what doesn't work, right? Why? Like really asking yourself the why behind that. So answer your question now. It is 50-50 depending on how I feel. Thinking about it, I don't know the last time I've taken NyQuil. It's definitely been within the last year.
NyQuil's horrible, bro.
I know it is, but I forgot why I took it. I don't recall the exact reason why. But
I know.
Yeah, 50-50, man.
The reason why I'm asking is because, like, as I've been talking to people for the last 4 to 5 days, the first thing that everybody always says, are you taking medicine? Have you taken your medicine? Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
Why do I need that? You
know
what I mean?
Yeah,
For what?
I totally get that.
It's like a lot of people are talking about ibuprofen and Advil and things like that to reduce the fever, but there's other natural things that we can do with, cold compresses on the forehead, on the back of the neck, on the chest,
on the
whatever
wrist or
it is,
whatever.
on the wrist, to really cool down that central nervous system. To answer the question that I asked you, I'm not a big medicine guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
I would rather just kind of ride it out. And it's not even necessarily an ego thing. For me, dude, medicine makes me feel fucking weird.
Well,
it makes me feel weird.
Right. Oh, for sure.
The only time that I will really take medicine is if I have some sort of like strep throat or like a sinus infection where it's like, okay, if you don't take this antibiotic, it will not go away.
Yeah, right. I think, depending on that situation, severity, how sick are you? What do you have too, right? So, no, I agree. I totally agree with you on that. I can't even think the last time I've had to take either like amoxicillin or something like that.
Amoxicillin, bro, for sure.
You know what I mean? I can't remember the last time I've had to take that. But then I also think too, right? So let's also talk about on the flip
other
side
side.
of that,
Yeah,
right?
we always like to be objective and fair and look at things from both standpoints.
Why maybe is it, let's say, someone who maybe eats healthy versus not eat healthy, not get as sick, right? I think it's because of the food that they're consuming, right? I think a lot
chemicals?
of some of the chemicals that are either in the food or not in the food could, at least my opinion, could be contributing to why maybe people are getting sick.
Yeah.
Just a thought that I've had.
1,000%. 1,000%.
But I know there's people talk about it, but if you actually think and like actually physically think about that, it makes sense, right? I don't know if you heard. Did you hear recently what the FDA is now getting rid of out of certain foods?
What is it?
Is it red dye? Is it red 3 or
It's the red dye 3 or the red dye 5 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
They're getting rid of it like out of the Gatorade and shit.
Yeah, and
It's horrible.
It is terrible, which I'm so glad that they're doing it. But I think, at least from what I saw, I didn't read a full article on it, but companies have until 2027 to remove it. Yeah, if you want to pull it up real quick, they have until 2027, from my understanding, to remove all the red dye from certain products, especially in the United States, is from my understanding. But the thing is like there's a big movement within certain chemicals to getting them banned out of, whether it's Gatorade, whether it's candy that we have. There's so much food dyes and red dyes that's in all of these types of. So
it was red dye number 3. You guys were right. And the FDA is banning the use of red dye number 3 in foods and ingested drugs due to the evidence linking to cancer in laboratory animals. Right? The decision follows earlier actions as the dye was prohibited in cosmetics and topical drugs in 1990 for similar reasons. Studies have shown that high doses of red dye number 3 can cause cancer in rats, leading to concerns about its safety in human consumption.
Jesus
and
Christ.
It's actually in a lot of the foods too. Not even just like red Gatorade. It's in like a lot of stuff. Beef jerky and all this.
A lot of cereals,
random
too.
cereals.
Yeah,
and all
you got to
that
read
kind of
those
stuff.
labels.
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
I know, 100%, man.
Part of the reason, right, when I'm kind of anti-medicine is I don't know what the fuck's in that.
No, I don't know.
You don't know what's in it.
No.
It's literally just a little capsule, or it's like a little shot of a bunch of different chemicals.
It is.
And it's like, yeah, okay, it might be like masking some of the symptoms. It might dry up your sinuses a little bit, but is it actually making you healthier?
Correct.
That's the question.
That is a big question.
Or long term, is it actually weakening you?
Right. And we obviously
making you age faster.
Right. Planting some seeds there. I see what you're doing. But
I'm serious though.
No, 100%. But and I think to your point, we don't realize until it's too late. Right? We just consume whatever. We don't understand labels, etc. Like I'm if there's anything, if there's any nuggets that I can share today with anyone, and you can ask Christina, because I check every time I go to the grocery store. Check every label.
Check every label.
Understand how to read labels.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I didn't understand it until about a year ago. And there's still things that I'm learning, and I'll have to look up certain long words. But like I think a good rule of thumb is if you're buying something that has more than like 7 ingredients, stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
Right? For example, like we went to Aldi the other day, and I'm really proud of Christina for doing this, but we got some pasta sauce. Usually it's got like canola oil or some like other soybean oil or whatever. This one had just olive oil.
Wow.
And there are there's actually a lot more than you think marinara or pasta sauce out there that has just olive oil and has some really clean oils. I mean, obviously the flip side is the price on that's going to be more expensive naturally.
I'm really curious to see the marinara that I have.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious. While you're pulling that up, dude. Trader Joe's usually has some pretty good marinara. I don't think they have a lot of like canola oils or anything in there.
So
let's see.
I have the tomato basil from Trader Joe's, tomato basil marinara sauce. It's tomato puree, diced tomatoes and juice. It's got soybean oil.
Ooh, it does. Okay.
It's got sugar, salt, dried onions, dried garlic, citric acid, and it's got extra virgin olive oil. This is going in the trash.
Yeah. See, the extra virgin olive oil is great, but the soybean oil, yeah, that's where it gets you, man. So. Yeah, again, just getting back, definitely learn how to read labels is the biggest thing that I can educate anyone on. You will thank me later down the road, and you will see the effects and how you feel as you go down the road. This is it. Perfect. Dry roasted peanuts. Simple.
It's Trader Joe's unsalted, crunchy peanut butter. It's the best peanut butter I've ever had.
I love these. I love this peanut butter. Sometimes Christina hates these because they're so watery. You got to really mix it up.
You got to put a little elbow grease into that, but that is money. And
elbow grease.
Literally all it is peanuts.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about elbow grease later. An inside joke. That's why we're laughing. But yes, dude, 100% though. So understand labels because that's key, bro. If that's to longevity, understanding what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
With a lot of these, companies who are putting in these seed oils and all this other crap that you don't need, and then all these dyes that are linked to cancers, et cetera.
You know what's kind of funny is I saw something on it, and I was watching. This is like a couple years back. I was watching some video. I can't remember if it was on like Joe Rogan or something, but somebody was like, "If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it."
I had
in the label when you see like all these like
it's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah, like all these weird random chemicals and
it's insane. But dude, if you've cross-examined, this is mind-blowing. I don't know the exact statistic on this, but if you cross-reference some ingredients that are in some foods. Some of them are also, I believe, from what I remember and what I've seen, are also in like either laundry detergent or other types of, like dish soap or whatever. Dude, there's a lot of cross-referencing within foods to like a detergent, for example.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's gross. So again, a lot of these words I couldn't tell you what the hell they mean, but to your point, if you can't pronounce it,
don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Go back to eating whole foods.
Yes. Go eat
Everything
whole
that
foods.
I make in this kitchen, I know exactly what's in it.
Yes.
The ground turkey and rice.
Simple.
Eggs and rice.
Right.
Beef and rice.
Right. The Trader Joe's pasta, soybean oil, or Trader Joe's marinara,
You know the
soybean
crazy
oil.
thing is that pasta sauce has been up there for months, bro.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's probably.
I've honestly just been making pasta with ground turkey, and I'll just do a little avocado oil on the pasta and do a little salt and pepper.
Yeah, just keep it very basic.
Yeah.
You don't need
very
to add
basic.
all this stuff.
Simple.
In it. Yeah. You don't need to, man.
It's a little tumultuous.
Yeah. So when we're talking a little, like we talked about, longevity and anti-aging and things of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
which one are you talking about?
we are number 5, right? So talking about like longevity and recovery here.
Got it.
You got it?
Yep,
So
yep.
a lot of foods that we have, right, can cause
Inflammation
in the stomach and maybe other
bloating.
parts. Yeah,
it's all the chemicals.
Right. So you and I have played sports. We would be the first to admit that we've ate like shit before.
Oh, 100%.
Ronnie Steakhouse, Jimmy John's, like everything, right? We've had the whole 9, Oberweis, everything.
Yeah.
Right? And we felt like shit. Someone, if you can give any words of encouragement to anyone who maybe isn't as focused on their diet as they would like and are maybe like scared to go eating clean, what are some of the benefits that they could see from going from maybe not focusing on your diet to actually being locked in?
I mean, it's mental clarity, it's natural energy, sex drive, libido, whatever it is, testosterone, all that kind of stuff is just going to go up. I mean, just like your quality and just energy and life is going to go up. You're just going to feel so much better and you're just going to be healthier.
Yeah, right. And then you supplement that with strength training and running and resistance
it's over
training,
the moon.
Right? It's like you turn into this
so
person.
much natural energy. I haven't had caffeine in over 5 years.
I know, which is insane. I don't know how you do it, but
no more.
But
bro.
you do it though. You don't need it
because the food. You get it from the food.
And it's just clean, pure foods. There's not all these hazardous crap in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we touched on this too, right? So we're talking at 0.5 here, right? So anti-inflammatory foods, hydration, nutrient-dense foods, right? Like that's something we've talked about. You're big on that, right?
The Mediterranean diet's big, bro. The Mediterraneans eat so fresh.
Yeah, they do.
Heavy vegetables and all their stuff, cucumbers, onions, just tomatoes, high protein,
spinach,
chicken,
kale,
spinach,
everything,
kale.
dude. It's so good.
A little olive oil, a little vinegar, like you're good.
It's so simple, dude. These other countries are just so far ahead of us.
And then we come over here and it's just like we're just so fat.
It's crazy. We are, dude. It's the numbers have gone up drastically.
It kind of made me think too, like because I've been DMing the owner over at My Own Meals. I need to ask him what oils, like how do they prepare their meats?
Yeah, definitely ask him. I'd be curious to know too. Send him a quick message here, real quick, right? But we're talking about like longevity and recovery, and sure, if you focus on your meals and you do what you got to do, that can definitely increase longevity for you in some capacity, right? But one thing we talked about beforehand was as I age and I get older, really focusing on my mobility in my hips, my knees, and my ankles, right? And really ensuring that I can unlock and tap into my truest potential from from like a fitness standpoint or gym standpoint, right? Like doing a lot of like resistance training, right? Making sure that you're flexible, right? Your favorite active recovery, which is a cold tub or a run.
Yes.
Those like you love those.
Yes.
Right? How important are those, do you feel, within your routine?
I think those are extremely important, right? Because it goes back to the theme of this episode is going to be consistency, right? When you are doing something consistently, whether it's going to yoga a couple times a week, or you're doing boxing, or you're stretching, or you're running, or you're doing cold tubs, you're working out, you're eating clean, right? The common variable across all that is going to be consistency. So as you're building your routine,
Right.
your body is almost kind of becoming dependent on it, where then if you stop doing it, it's going to be like, whoa, like what's happening? And it's going to kind of throw your body out of funk.
Totally. Oh my gosh.
Right? Like my body craves the winters now because of the cold tub.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it all week, but like I did a cold tub on Sunday before I got the fever, and it might have made it worse.
Right. It may have. Yeah. Right.
The cold tub's right out there staring at me.
Yeah.
It's had the de-icer in it all week, so like it's probably primed up and ready to get in right now.
Well, and today's weather too helps
It's
as
43.
well. Yeah. It's ready to be. Yeah.
But like it's important. What about you?
Yeah. No, dude, I totally agree, man. Just for me, it's understanding certain splits. Like what I mean by splits is, okay, how many days a week am I going to run? Because I think as you get older, I heard someone told me, actually might have been Andrew Huberman might have mentioned this. When you get past age 30, the amount of males, I think it was males or maybe females, the amount of people who sprint at age 30 decrease by like 80 something percent. It's
crazy.
It's crazy numbers. And you need strength training to get that cardiovascular, everything's rocking and rolling. Because you got to get your heart beat up, right? You got your heart beat up. You got to sprint. You got to move those muscles. You have to, right? So like for me, it's understanding, okay, what high intensity workouts am I going to hit each week? Am I going to do basketball? Am I going to go for a run? How many days am I going to go to the gym? Is it going to be 4 days of strength training? Is it 5 days? What does that look like? So for me, it's important too. And, and getting my 100 push-ups in, right? 100 push-ups a day.
Mr. 2000.
Mr. 2000, baby, after today.
go.
So it is extremely important, man. But I think on this list of like that we're looking at, I think the last two, in my opinion, sleep and stress management,
That's huge.
for me are the biggest. And we can go a deep dive down this hole. We probably won't have time to do that today, but
Yeah, we don't. It's been 27 minutes.
yeah. So I think if as we kind of wrap things up here today, I kind of do like a quick recap on a couple things. So I'm curious to hear what are a couple things that you want to share. I got a couple that are on my mind just to recap. Is the biggest thing, right, is understanding how to read labels, right?
That's huge. That's huge.
If you can't pronounce it, don't buy it.
We're going to be
Don't
talking
eat
about it all year, guys. The food
Seriously.
that you are putting into your bodies is the most important thing.
Yes. Yeah. And
Doesn't matter how hard you're training. Doesn't matter how hard you're running or doing CrossFit. You need to focus on what you are consuming.
facts. And I know that firsthand because I thought I could cheat the system.
Yeah. You can get away with it when you're 18, 19, 20, but especially as we start getting older, bro, 28, 30.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Seriously, good luck. That's all I got to say.
It's even more important now than ever.
Yeah, it is, man. So learning how to read labels, establishing like a really good routine in terms of, like weekly workouts, and then prioritize
Staying consistent.
sleep. Yeah,
Sleep is
and
huge.
consistent.
Sleep and food are the biggest, but then just being consistent in whatever routine it is that you choose,
Totally.
whatever routine that you want to follow, commit to it.
Yeah, simple as that.
Right? Like, don't be changing stuff every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and do cold tubs for a week, and then do sauna for 2 weeks, and then cold tubs for 3 days, and stick to it. Find a routine.
Boom, and just go.
And just be consistent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like when it comes back to, a little bit of the conversation we had earlier, like when it comes to medicine, modern medicine, all that kind of stuff, I mean, do whatever you believe in.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
If you start getting the sniffles and you love reaching for that NyQuil, do what you do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should or shouldn't do when it comes to that.
Totally. I mean our goal, we're not
It's a personal preference
Right.
at that point, right?
We're not going to tell you what to do. We're not professionals in this regard. This is just our own opinion, our bias, just to preface that. And that's something, that's our choice, and that's what we want to do. So, but we will share what our opinion is, what works for us.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to formulate your own opinion and do what works for you.
You do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do, as Cappy always says.
Do what you got to do.
Do your thing. Colt.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But most importantly, for real, read those labels.
Yes.
Also, if you want 2 free bottles of that roasted garlic tomato sauce from Trader Joe's that I'm not going to eat, come to Oswego, you can get that.
Yeah, pick it up for free. For free.
No, 100%. But this is a good conversation. It's something that needs to be talked about, especially as things like norovirus and just all this kind of stuff are circling and people are falling under the weather, and we're starting off the new year, right? And there's so much hype. This year's all about health.
Yeah.
It's all about health. It's all about discipline. And it's all about consistency. Right. We're in the gym at 6 a.m. on Monday.
Let's go. My boy is there.
Let's
He's ready
go.
to go. Get to it, baby.
Let's go. 2 videos a week on YouTube.
Let's go.
We're here,
He's there.
my boy.
Let's go, baby.
No, but
Crap,
seriously, like, as we've been talking, this is amazing. This is huge, right? Put down in the comments, guys. Like, let us know. Shoot us messages on DM or DMs on Instagram. Let us know what are some routines that you guys have, maybe to prioritize health, your wellness, right? Your routines that you're sticking to, something that's working for you guys. Let us know. We're always interested to know like what's working well for you guys, right? Like what works well for Colton might not work well for me, or what works well for me might not work for him, or vice versa.
Right.
However it is, we're always interested to hear what you guys are doing.
Totally. Yeah. Seriously.
Maybe you guys could put us on to trying something different.
We're always open.
I'm always open to new ideas.
We've had a couple people reach out to us recently about a couple separate topics too, cold tubs and et cetera, which I think is cool. So
I love that.
I know. Reach out to us. I mean,
let us know.
Please let us know.
Swipe
We'd love to swipe up. I mean, we'd love to converse with you guys. There's so much to be learned, and this has just been a great platform to learn from everyone too.
Yeah.
Right. So.
We're almost episode 80, man.
That's crazy, man. Holy
The next
cow.
one after this is going to be episode 80.
Wild,
Then
bro.
we're 20 away from 100. We were just talking about it. We'll do something big for the 100 one.
We will. Yeah, I can't
the
wait.
100.
Huncho.
For the huncho.
Huncho, baby.
But seriously, thank you guys so much for showing up every single week. Thank you so much for taking another step with us on this journey, your journey, whatever journey it may be. I say it every single week, and every single week it means more and more. We always appreciate you guys' continued support and listening. It makes me and Colton so much more motivated to continue to do this. We find so much joy and passion in this. We love you guys. As you know, new episodes every single Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. We will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
It's good.
Let's get it, baby.
Little 30-minute-er.
Yes, sir. Perfect.